All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol Nndm, Nano Dimension. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel and it lets me know that you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. So, right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys that I want you to add to your watch list. So stay tuned for that, but that's coming towards the middle of this video. Let's talk about Nndm first, and then we're going to jump into that. So Nano Dimension stock, Nndm stock, has been sitting kind of sideways, but when you zoom out, it's been pulling downwards, okay? We've actually been going down to newer lows. Now, we have no support beyond where we're at right now. It's literally 1 cent away. So the next support is actually the lowest point before this ran, and it's down here at 650. I want you guys to be aware of that. But we're going to go into more detail about that in just a moment. So let's see how ARK Invest has reacted. So ARK Invest yesterday, ARKQ on the 6th, had 6,935,980 shares. When we look at ARKQ on the 7th, it has not changed. Okay, this was a neutral position for the day. Now, when we look at ARKW, right, ARKW on the 6th, you can see down here, right, Nano Dimensions, right, they had 5,576,353 shares, and they had actually shaved off a position yesterday to this point. And then let's see how it is today, right? So ARKW on the 7th, they had 5,564,307 today as we speak. So it went down by about 12,000 shares, right, in total from yesterday to today, as you could see there. And yesterday they had shaved off almost 40,000. That's about 60,000 in just 2 days. Now, when it comes to ARKQ, they had bought, but now they're neutral. So in ARKW, they keep on shaving, and the closer this gets to 5 million, the more concerned I get. And this one needs to get back up to 7 or hold itself up for sure. If not, it can be concerning as well. Because this one used to be up in the 6s, and this one was up in the 7s. Remember that. So they've been shaving off pretty big chunks in little pieces, though. You don't really realize it. And then they buy back a little bit, and then they sell. It's so confusing how they're reacting. But their positions are still over 10 million collectively, which is actually a decent sign. I'm not saying it's a good sign, but it's a decent sign that they're willing to hold through the volatility. And I'm looking forward to see them buy more. I want them to buy big chunks, 100,000, 200,000, so we can see those bold statements that CATHIE Wood usually does when she's loading up on Nndm, because she sees beyond the chart. I've always said that in every single video. So one thing I want you guys to be aware of is the support literally is 650. And the resistance here is 790. Now, this does not guarantee that the bulls are going to work their way up and that they're guaranteed to the 50-day moving average getting crossed, because the 50-day moving average is 808. This is what they really need to get crossed and break through and pull away from. But before getting there, 690 needs to be crossed, turn into a support so that the momentum can start being created and the bulls can get one step closer every time. So I do want you guys to be aware of that. Now, if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel. And guys, click on the bell if you haven't already. If you're a subscriber and you haven't clicked on the bell, click on the bell. I post daily videos every single day, multiple chart analysis, so you don't miss a single video that I post. And for those of you guys that are first-time viewers, don't forget to click on the bell. And let's jump right into it, to the stock I want you guys to add to your watch list. So the ticker symbol I want you guys to add to your watch list is one that I actually do daily chart analysis on, and I mentioned it over at the Patreon since March 27th, especially when it was starting to show weakness. But we're going to go over its chart in just a moment. So here on the screen, I have a stock that I mentioned this morning, and I want to share with you guys a little snippet of what goes on over at the Discord. And by joining the Patreon, you gain access to the Discord. Now, Patreon member slots are actually getting limited. They're getting filled up pretty quick. And I want you guys to see what type of opportunities you can actually obtain or learn from first. Actually, I would tell every single investor and viewer to actually learn from this before actually acting upon it. But some of the ticker symbols that I mentioned, they have opportunities like this one. And today, some investors have messaged me and told me, hey, thank you so much. I took this shot. It was awesome. It was a nice write up, so forth. And I mentioned it at 7:33. ISIG shot up this morning, just pulled back, seems to have room, sitting at 7:09. Just needs more volume, very low volume, so be careful, right? So right after I mentioned it, it started to fall a little bit lower, and it hit a low here of 690. And from that point forward, it took off and it reached 915. Okay, this stock right here took off in just 2 hours and gave us back $2 per share if we entered close to the point when I mentioned it or a little bit above it. So that's about 15 to 20% in just 2 hours. And if you actually wanted to play it again from this point right here at 655 all the way up to 765, a whole entire dollar, it gave you another 10 to 15%. So if you put that together, that was like a 30% opportunity in just one day. Now, am I guaranteeing this every single time? No. But one of the biggest things you can obtain from joining the Discord and even the Patreon is my weekly watch list and the daily movers that I'm seeing as speculative stocks to watch and opportunities that are presenting themselves. Now, this one was pretty low under the radar because the average volume was 9 million. So you really had to dig a little deep to find this. I'm not saying you can't, but I am here to enlighten you guys and cast light on opportunities many other investors may be overlooking or not aware of. And that's what I do. And I enjoy doing that. So over at the Patreon, you can go check out the tiers. They're getting filled up pretty fast. And you gain access to the Discord. You'll be able to see my weekly watch list. And you'll be able to see these opportunities. Now, I really advise every single investor and viewer to learn from this first before just jumping into this type of stuff, because it's a lot more speculative. But I know a lot of investors want to learn about this and have some type of understanding or guidance of where to look. And that's what I'm here for. So we're out here to try to maximize profits and minimize losses. So what ticker symbol do I want you guys to add to your watch list? So the ticker symbol that I want you guys to add to your watch list is Ocugen. Okay, Ocugen had a pretty big run, right? As you could see that there throughout the day. I mean, what a jump. Now, this was sitting close to $6 and some change. I've talked about it since March, right? When you think about it, way back at this point right here, March 27th, it was falling. I told every single investor and viewer, watch it closely. The closer it gets to $6, the more interesting it becomes, okay? I talked about why the opportunity is there. I did tell everyone that it's speculative, so be careful. And March 27th at 11:39 p.m. There's the stamp time right there. And it was currently sitting at 713 at the time I did this post. Now, did it get closer to $6? Certainly. It dropped down to $5.85, bounced back up and hit a high here of $8. Started to fall, and today had a big run from literally 635 all the way up to 823 again. Now, something I'm noticing, and I just want to kind of point it out, is that it's been doing this time over time. So this is something to be a little bit aware of, that it's having little spikes, almost looking like that's all it could do, hit up to $8. So I do want investors to be aware of that and be a little cautious, right? Because if you've been getting in and you haven't been taking profits, these might be your opportunities, unless the FDA approval is going to shoot this one up to newer highs, which is what we've been talking about and all the things that have been going on. But today's jump was really due to the fact that last night, if you watch the lightning round or if you look at different articles, Jim Cramer literally said these words. He said, this is a speculative opportunity, but he didn't mention about the Covaxin. That's where I kind of found it interesting. And I don't know what type of statement that was, or he doesn't want to get too much into that speculation, if it's true or not, if they're going to be the U.S. market distributor to get the FDA approval or not. But he just said, you know, they are speculative and an opportunity worth taking a look at because of their technology for the eyes, right? What they really are known for. So he didn't mention anything about Covaxin, which I found interesting, but that made this stock run, and it hit a high here of 822. So this is definitely a stock to add to your watch list if you don't have it already. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.